Good evening, everybody. I welcome today's speaker, Deepika Kapoor, madam, and all the participants, those who are joined here and will join within few minutes. Just I will keep my phone on. बेटा 2 मिनिटाला करतो दिवस खाली गेले. This is the webinar series where we are joining here for daily international webinars. For the participants and for the resource person, I would like to inform that this series is running from last 5 years, and this series got the recognition as a India Book of Record, International Book of Record, and Asia Book of Record, because we are working on the theme of women empowerment. Means from last 5 years, more than 1,400 events we have organized, out of which more than 1,300 are women resource persons. So this theme is women empowerment, and we are happy to invite the speakers from India and abroad. In today's session, we have invited Deepika Kapoor, madam, who is educator from New Delhi, India. And her topic is the rise of generative AI, hype, hope, and human touch. So in this today's age, the artificial intelligence is playing a role everywhere. So this topic is useful and effectively we are joined here to listen from our resource person. I welcome you, ma'am, and I welcome all the participants those who are joined here from the organization Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust India. And you can start your speech. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me. And I'm really grateful to you for this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. I am Deepika Kapoor. I've been working as an assistant professor. I've been in this industry for more than 9 years, and artificial intelligence is so fascinating that I've taken value-added courses for students in this subject. More than that, I have also conducted faculty development programs in AI in teaching. And when I got this opportunity, it meant a lot. And let me just share my screen so that we can start with today's topic. So is the screen audible? Is the screen visible, sir? Can you see the slide?
Yes, ma'am, visible and audible.
Okay. So my topic would be the rise of generative AI, hype, hope, and human touch. Before starting with the whole topic, let's see this picture. As you could see, this may look like a normal picture to you. Good lighting, natural background, nice moment captured. But here's the twist. None of it exists. Not the girl, not the balloons, not the moment. This is AI's first superpower, making us trust something that never happened. Earlier, a photo was just a proof. Today, a photo is just a possibility. Last month, a college student used AI to create a Paris holiday photo dump. 3,000 likes on that. But actual truth, the student has not even traveled beyond Delhi. So, welcome to the world where imagination often looks more convincing than reality. This shift, where reality can be generated, is exactly why we are all here. So, as you could see, that what we can do with AI. And now, AI did not suddenly appear in 2022 when ChatGPT went viral. It has been quietly evolving for almost 70 years. Yes, 70 years. The story actually started in 1956 in a small workshop at Dartmouth College in US. A group of scientists came together and said something bold for that time. Can a machine think? And that was the birth of the term artificial intelligence. Back then, AI did not look like what we imagine today. It was basically like a small calculator. It could solve equations, play small games, or follow rules. Nothing magical. Then came decades of slow progress. The real jump happened around 2012 when computers learned to recognize images better than humans. Because someone in Toronto, his name was Jeffrey Hinton, trained a neural network on thousands of photos. What he actually did, so what basically artificial intelligence is that when you ask machinery to go through certain thousands of photographs, so then it recognizes a pattern. And this moment changed everything. Machines finally started learning from data, not rules. Then in 2017, another breakthrough came, the transformer model from Google. And this is the technology that powers ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all the modern AI tools we use today. Finally, in 2022, something wild happened. We got AI that did not just understand language, it could generate language. It could write, it could create, it could imagine. Tools like Dali, Midjourney, ChatGPT turned AI from calculator mode to creative intern mode. Why I'm using intern? Because again, it is just an assistant to us. That's why everyone suddenly felt like we jumped 20 years ahead. So, what we are seeing today isn't a sudden miracle, it's the result of 70 years of experiments, failures, breakthrough, and one big shift from machines that follow instructions to machines that create possibilities. Now, with AI, people can make posters in 10 minutes. This is why AI isn't automation anymore, it is imagination. Now, what exactly generative AI is? Um, since I think most of us are faculty over here, so I want to give an example that can relate. Now, think of generative AI as a very unusual student, not a topper, not a backbencher, a student who has read the entire library, every book, every article, every research paper, every newspaper, and every blog. In a few months, now the student does not understand the world the way we do, but it does not have emotions, insights, or lived experience. But it has something else, extraordinary pattern recognition. This is what generative AI is. It has recognized the patterns. It does not have that intelligence actually to actually see what is right or what is wrong, but it has seen millions of paragraphs. So it knows how academic writing usually flows. It has seen thousands of CVs, so it knows how a good one is formatted. It has analyzed crores of images, so it knows what a logo or a poster or a diagram should look like. So one day, when a faculty members ask the student, "Can you draft a lesson plan?" It generates one. "Can you simplify this concept for a first year student?" It generates one. So, can you write an explanation in formal academic tone? Done. And again, not just this, but you can also create a case study based on real world examples. That can be done in seconds. It does not create by thinking, it creates by combining patterns it has seen. The same way experienced teachers combine years of examples to explain a topic simply. That's generative AI. It's not conscious, it's not intelligent the way humans are, but it's incredibly fast at producing. What it can produce text, summarize the things, case studies, and for us, rubrics, quizzes in seconds, can create images, videos, presentations, lesson notes. And this is why the world is paying attention. For decades, AI was just like a calculator, useful, fast, predictable. Now it has become a creative assistant, one that can draft, that can design, refine, and generate content at the click of a button. But here's the most important part for us as academicians: AI still needs a faculty member in a loop, because it can create, but it cannot judge. It cannot tell us what is right or what is wrong. It cannot understand context. It cannot check academic integrity. It cannot sense whether the piece of writing truly reflects learning. It cannot appreciate nuances or ethics for that matter. It cannot tell right from almost right or relevant from irrelevant. Think of it like a student who is brilliant at producing content but completely dependent on the teacher to evaluate, guide, correct, and give meaning. Generative AI has transformed the student's toolkit, but it has also made the teacher's role even more important as a mentor, guide, and evaluator for responsive use. So, the story of generative AI isn't AI replacing teachers. Instead, it's teachers leading learning in a world where AI amplifies what is possible. So, this is what generative AI is. Now, why the hype? Let's talk about generative AI. When we talk about generative AI, why it is such a big deal? Why every newspaper headline, every conference, every student conversation suddenly includes ChatGPT, Gemini, Midjourney, and so on? The truth is, this hype did not appear overnight. It comes from three very psychological shocks the world experienced in last 2 years. The speed shock. Work that took hours now takes seconds. For decades, we were used to slow improvement in technology, better phones, better internet, better apps, steady, predictable. But then one day, AI started doing things at a speed that almost felt unnatural. Students generate an assignment in 10 minutes. Faculty can create lesson plans in 30 seconds. Businesses generate ad campaigns in 5 minutes. That kind of speed created a psychological jolt. People feel like the future has arrived too quickly. That's hype. But it's based on something real. The creativity shock, number two. Machines were never supposed to be creative. For years, AI was a calculator, a recommender, a classifier. It worked behind the scenes. Suddenly, it started writing poetry. It started designing logos. It created videos, animations, and realistic images of people who do not exist. Creativity used to be a human territory. Watching a machine cross that boundary felt unbelievable, almost magical. So naturally, people got excited and a little scared too. And the third one would be the accessibility shock. This is perhaps the biggest driver of hype. Earlier, advanced AI belonged to labs, big tech companies, or high end research groups. But now, anybody who has a smartphone can access the same creative power a professional design studio uses. A homemaker can run an Instagram account. A faculty member can redesign an entire course in one evening. When a technology moves from experts only to everyone, society reacts loudly. That reaction becomes hype. But hype also includes misunderstanding. Some people think AI is conscious. It is not. Some think AI will take over humans. It won't. Some think AI is always correct. It isn't. And again, hype exaggerates reality, but it comes from real progress. Again, if we talk about viral moment, so uh, Netflix actually took 3.5 years to cross 1 million users. Facebook took 10 months, but ChatGPT took 5 days. The world had never seen adoption like that. Anything that grows that fast becomes a cultural phenomenon, and hype follows culture. Plus, if I may say, that media loves a dramatic story as well. Headlines like AI is replacing humans, jobs are disappearing, machines have become smarter than us. These get clicks. These create drama. They also amplify hype. So that is how we can say that creativity at a machine speed. That is why there's a hype. Now, since we have talked about hype, let's talk about hope as well. When people talk about the hope around generative AI, they don't mean blind optimism. They mean something very real. AI has quietly opened doors for people who never had those doors before. This is not a story about technology, it is a story about access. For the first time in history, a student in a tier 2 town has almost the same tools as a student in Silicon Valley. They can write research proposal, prepare presentation, design graphics, practice interview answers, and learn new concepts, all with free AI tools. Earlier, opportunities came from exposure. Now they come from curiosity. Faculty spend so much time on tasks nobody sees, formatting lesson plans, writing rubrics, creating quizzes, designing worksheets, preparing case studies. AI reduces that burden. If a teacher has to create a lesson summary, he or she can do that in 30 seconds. A sample answer key, 10 seconds. A quiz with 10 MCQs, probably 1 minute. A concept explanation that can be done instantly. This won't replace teaching, it frees the teacher to do more teaching. And AI can help students who struggle silently. This is one of the biggest hopes. Every class has students who are shy, scared to ask doubts, or embarrassed to say, Ma'am, I did not understand. AI gives them a space safe. A child can ask, explain this concept like I am a 10-year-old, or give me one more example, or break this into simpler steps. The teacher becomes the guide, AI becomes the practice partner. That's a hopeful combination. Not just that, AI brings creativity to people who never saw themselves as creative. Many faculty and students say, I can explain, but I cannot design. I can think, but I cannot visualize. AI breaks that barrier. You type your idea, AI makes the poster. You imagine a workflow, AI draws the diagram. You sketch a rough layout, AI converts it into a polished design. Creativity becomes a button, not a talent. AI gives flexibility to learners with different needs. For students with learning difficulties, language barriers, time constraints, or personal struggles, AI becomes a personalized tutor. It explains at a student's pace. It simplifies without judgment. It repeats without frustration. It adapts to the learner. Hope lies in the possibility that no student gets left behind because of resources. AI gives small thinkers big possibilities. Earlier, if someone had a brilliant idea, they needed money, skills, and a team. Now, they need a laptop or a smartphone. A student can create a business pitch, a logo, a website, a 3D product render, a market plan, a video demo without waiting for permission or resources. AI gives wings to ideas that would have died in notebooks. AI does not replace human values, it highlights them. The more AI grows, the more important humans become. The world now needs critical thinking, ethical judgment, empathy, reflection, creativity, leadership, mentorship. AI can write notes, but only faculty can shape minds. Now, let's look at this picture. You all must be seeing two photographs. And they must be looking ordinary to you. Same angle, same buildings, same sky, same lighting. But let me ask you one thing. Can you figure out which one is real and which one is AI generated? If you could write your answers or say this. If you could write which one is AI generated and which one is real, left or right. Right one is, first one is real. And someone has said right one is AI generated, or what do you think it is real? So let me answer this. So left one is actually real and right one is actually created through AI, rather chat GPT. So these look so real that basically our brain is trained to trust photographs. For our entire life, a photo meant truth. If something was captured by a camera, it must have really happened. That what we have learned. But today, that rule has quietly broken. AI images have become so detailed, so sharp, and so natural that even trained professionals, designers, photographers, researchers cannot reliably tell the difference. And that's what makes it surprising. AI does not guess, it fabricates reality. It does not modify an existing photo, it invents a new one from scratch, pixel by pixel, based on patterns it has learned. Even details like shadows, reflections, sky texture, as you can see in the picture, they are artificially created. The human brain is no longer a reliable detector because your eyes may say this one looks more natural, like in this picture, but AI today has learned what natural looks like down to microscopic detail. So we are entering a world where fake buildings look real, fake people look real, fake events look real, fake evidence looks real, fake news looks more convincing than real journalism. And this shift isn't theoretical, it's already happening. The same technology that creates a harmless twin of a city skyline can be used to create fake political rallies, fake protests, fake celebrity endorsements, even fake video proof. So that's why this slide matters. It's not just a fun guessing game, it's a demonstration of how fragile perception has become in the age of AI. Yes. Now, when we talk about the human touch, it's not a sentimental line, it's a very practical truth. There are things AI cannot do because it has never lived a life. AI can write beautifully, it can summarize perfectly, it can design creatively, but it cannot understand anything it makes. That gap, that space where understanding lives, is where the human touch becomes essential. AI has intelligence, but humans have judgment. So AI can generate answers, it can sense whether the answer is appropriate, but only humans can actually tell that whether it is ethically questionable or not, emotionally hurtful or not, socially, whether it is sensitive, culturally sensitive or not. So think about teaching. Two students may write the same line. One may genuinely understand the concept, the other may be guessing. Only a teacher can feel that difference. AI cannot. AI has patterns, humans have lived experience. AI has seen millions of examples of writing, but it has never dealt with classroom silence, handled the tension of an exam hall, felt the responsibility of grading fairly. So AI can produce information, humans understand context. AI can mimic emotion, but it cannot feel it. So again, they are coming from patterns. It does not know joy, stress, empathy. AI can create content, humans create meaning. And that is why human touch is a necessity. AI cannot feel, but we can. Just a minute.
Have you finished, madam?
Yes, sir. Just
No, it was just a pause so that I have
yes,
asked
it
you.
was just
You
a
can continue.
yes. So, am I audible? Is the slide visible?
Yes, yes, visible, visible, and audible.
So, when people hear artificial intelligence, they often imagine robots thinking like humans or machines taking over jobs. That's because we mix up different levels of AI. So, that is why I have, included this slide, and it is very important because uh, when we talk about AGI levels, level one is narrow AI, the specialist. This is where AI started, and honestly, where it lived for decades. Narrow AI can only do one task extremely well. It can solve a maths problem, recognize a face, classify emails into spam, detect fraud patterns. It does not understand the world. It just recognizes patterns. So example of this would be Google Maps, Netflix recommendations, your phone's face unlock, spam filters. These are specialists. One job, high accuracy. Now, level two, generative AI or system 2 AI, the smart assistant. This is where we are today. AI has moved from doing tasks to creating content. It can write, it can summarize, it can explain, design, translate, generate images and videos, but very important. It does not understand what it creates. It works by predicting patterns, not by reasoning or feeling. So, when you ask ChatGPT to write a research abstract, it may do so, but it does not know what research actually feels like. Level three is artificial general intelligence, the human like thinker. This is the level where people imagine when they fear AI. AGI would be a system that can learn any task a human can, think across subjects, understand context, reason, reflect, plan, and it can self correct. In simple words, the ability of a human mind, but inside a machine. Now, let me tell you, we are not here yet. No AI system today has the self awareness, common sense, curiosity, or reasoning of a human. Level 4 would be artificial super intelligence that is beyond human. This is basically a hypothetical stage where AI becomes smarter than humans in all areas: science, medicine, logic, even emotional behavior. Now think of it as a genius level AI. There is zero evidence that we are close to this. Now the truth is we are firmly at level 2. The world may talk about AGI and superintelligence, but the reality is today's AI cannot reason like humans, does not understand ethics, has no emotions, makes confident mistakes, and depends on human guidance. It's powerful, but it's still a tool. Now, since we have talked about the different levels of AGI, the most important part is that we need to talk about risks associated with AI. When any powerful tool becomes easily accessible, we do not get new opportunities. But we also get new problems. Generative AI is no different. The risks we are facing today aren't science fiction, they are ordinary, everyday things that quietly affect our students, our classrooms, our work, and even our personal lives. Now, the risk of misinformation, fake news that looks real. Not just this, but risk of voice cloning. The scams are becoming so common these days. So, not just that, but the risk of academic misuse. As faculty, we see this every day. AI can create assignments and essays and projects, and student may submit work that looks perfect but reflects zero understanding. The risk of loss of original thinking. When student depends too much on AI, they uh, their curiosity reduces, their creativity reduces. The risk of over trust. AI sounds confident even when it's wrong. That we call that as hallucination, right? So these kind of things, these are the risks associated with the use of AI. The risk of privacy leaks. When we paste personal data, confidential emails, internal exam material, or student information for that matter into AI tools, we risk exposing sensitive content. And now let's talk about the future. Here in the slide, I have written AI co-pilot everywhere. So, what this co-pilot actually means, think of flying an airplane. The pilot is in control, the co-pilot supports, warns, suggests, checks mistakes, handles routine tasks. That's what AI actually does. AI will not decide our destination. It will help you get there faster, safer, and with less effort. AI will handle the repetitive and not the reflective. For example, for faculty like us, it can generate lecture notes, it can generate question banks or sample answers, but it cannot understand classroom dynamics. It cannot sense where the students are lost. It cannot guide a confused learner or balance fairness with empathy. The repetitive belongs to AI, the reflective belongs to humans. In the future, skills change from knowing answers to knowing how to use tools. Earlier, success depended on remembering content. Now it depends on understanding, applying, and questioning. Every profession becomes human plus AI, whether it's medicine or law or classrooms. But again, the co pilot makes the human stronger, not smaller. The future teacher becomes a mentor, not a machine. So when AI drafts notes, the teacher has more time for discussion, problem solving, real world examples, mentoring, research guidance. We shift from content delivers to learning designers. This is the true future of teaching. The future workplace needs humans who can work with AI and not against it, because we need to collaborate with AI. It's like driving an automatic car. The car assists, but you are in charge, but you are in control. When we see AI as a co pilot and not a competitor, we stop fearing it. We start learning from it. We guide students in using it. We focus on what only humans can do. The future becomes less threatening and more exciting. So, let's talk about the action plan. When we talk about AI, it's easy to get excited or scared or confused. That's normal. But what truly matters is, what should we do next? How do we move from awareness to action? The action plan is not complicated. You do not need a new degree. You do not need to become a coder. You do not need to learn 50 tools a day. You only need to develop a way of working with AI. Learn to think with AI, not against it. AI is not here to test your intelligence. It's here to expand your capacity. Use AI to save time on low value tasks. This is not about replacing teaching, it is about reducing the invisible workload no one talks about. Bring AI into the classroom, but with structure. You do not need to teach AI as a subject, just integrate it naturally. Ask students to generate examples using AI, and what is important, then ask them to justify which ones are accurate. Ask them to use AI to draft something, then refine it manually, because otherwise creativity will be lost. Teach students ethical and responsible use. Students will use AI whether we teach it or not. Our role is to guide them. Use AI for learning and not copying. Don't paste confidential data. So we need to guide the students. Build your own AI comfort slowly. You do not need to master everything in a week. Start with one thing, and small steps accumulate into confidence. Stay updated and not overwhelmed. AI changes fast, but you do not need to chase every update. Just stay aware, follow one newsletter or one trusted YouTube educator or one WhatsApp or Telegram update group. Bring Being aware is enough. You do not need to be an expert. Focus on human skills, because AI will never replace those. The real action plan is strengthening what AI cannot do, and that is empathy, judgment, reflection, mentorship, leadership, creativity, ethics. AI helps with content, but human leads with character. And now the last one is conclusion. When we talk about the AI of the AI and the future, one idea becomes very clear. The most powerful systems in the world are not AI alone and not humans alone. They are humans guiding AI. This is called the human in the loop. And it simply means that AI can generate, suggest, and accelerate, but humans still decide, correct, and give meaning to AI. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepika madam. Right from the birth of the AI till the future and the risks of the AI, how the AI is creating fake into real, and how teaching learning can be supported by this, and how the research can be done on this so that our creativity should not lose. So these things are very much helpful, useful for us. So I thank you to you. And now the session is open for the discussion. Those who are joined here, they can unmute and they can discuss our today's resource person. Participants can discuss with resource person on today's topic. If anyone want to discuss, they can unmute themselves and discuss with today's resource person, because AI is we are using in daily life. You might be facing some problems in your uh, social network or teaching learning. So she can give answers or she can give the some guidance about that. You can unmute and can ask.
Yes, I think
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
someone wants to ask something. Yes, sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Good evening, Dr. BETKAR, sir, Principal, sir, and good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentations, and definitely AI is there in our life now, right? And we cannot deny it, and we have to go with these and AI technologies and AIs, whatever the tools are available. So we have to use it nowadays. So we cannot go. Now there was a time where people were not learning computer. We used to call them computer illiterate, right? Similarly, we had to call AI illiterate people. So we had to go with this. Just a minute.
Yes.
We have to go with this kind of technology now, and definitely everything has two sides. The positive and negative sides are there. I'm asking about AI when we are talking about can we use AI, because now we have to really expand our boundaries regarding this AI. We have to stretch it up to the space also. And I think in Chandrayaan and project, I think they have used AI, and that machine was giving answer to us that I have reached to this and that. So that was a fantastic thing, what I had seen. So AI is having really, where we cannot reach up to that area, AI can reach.
Yes.
Like in I'm from a medical profession, so operations we are dealing with, or maybe brain surgeries we are going with, where
Yes, robotics.
there's a minute thing has to be taken care, right? So I think that AI, sometimes the human hand may, you'll find shake doing during these operations, and there may be a problem.
Right.
But you find AI can play a wonderful role for this reason. So this is one of the very important thing I want to point out. So what do you say about this, ma'am?
Yes, very rightly pointed out that yes, now AI is useful in everything, and especially USA and China has, they are doing surgery. There's a hospital that robots are being there. Robots are there to do the surgery. So again, yes, AI has taken the role of humans, but again, as I say that, but again, they cannot replace humans. So technology cannot replace humans as yet. As rightly pointed out, Chandrasekhar, again, for space also, and then small things. We are using AI in our classrooms for doctors, lawyers. In every field, we are using AI.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. G, for joining here and discussing with our resource person. As per every day, we enjoyed your discussion because it's very specific and particular every day. So now I request other participants they can discuss with our resource person. So thank you, madam, for joining here, accepting our invitation, and you are the one of our academic family of the webinar series. So in future also, we will again request you to share 2 points on another topic also. So we really enjoyed this webinar, this today's speech, and it was very effective and informative to all of us. PPT was very best because most pictures or already all pictures you have taken from the AI generated pictures. There was no sketch or drawing. So it was supporting to it that yeah, how useful to our in daily research or presentation everywhere. So thank you to you and thank you all to the participants, those who are joined here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.